Welcome back to the channel. We have a huge day ahead of us, night ahead of us. NBA Finals, Game 4, bunch of props and straight bets for that game. And then also, massive slate of baseball to dive into. You can see everything we're going to go over here on the right side of the screen. We'll dive into all of that, and then we will hop over to... We'll hop back and forth DraftKings Twitter just to see where everyone's at and where the lines are at. And I will start in the NBA. Spurs, Knicks. Knicks got beat finally in Game 3. It's kind of shocking, but Knicks do lose by, I think it was 3 or 4 points. They're still favored tonight. They're actually favored a little more than they were in Game 3, and I am going to be rocking with the Knicks tonight like I did in Game 3. I just think they have the better squad. We'll get into it when we go over to the Twitter here shortly, but we'll get into that. But Knicks Spurs, super excited for that game tonight. I will have my eyes on that one, and I do have a couple plays for that game as well. Let's start with the player props. We'll find those, start with them, and then we'll work our way to the straight bets and all those sort of things. 3 player props that I picked out that I really like for the game tonight. Champagny over 9.5 points. I thought that was really low. He's hit that in 5 of his last 6 games. Scored as high as 22 in that stretch. It's pretty good from the 3-point range. So I like over 9.5. That just seems really, really low. So I put all 3 of these in the parlay, in one of the parlays, just so everyone's aware of that. So that's one of the legs. And then I went back to it. Wemby over 1.5 3-pointers. Like I said here, I'm just kind of doubling down. He's hit it now in 5 straight games, 2+ 3-pointers. He takes a bunch of threes especially in these finals. He's been taking a ton of 3-pointers. I think he cashes again in Game 4. I don't see a reason he'll stop taking the threes. We just hope for over 1.5. To actually hit. And then kind of a interesting play I found here. It definitely can be hit or miss, but Karl-Anthony Towns over, just 1+ steal, essentially. Over half a steal. So he's got 9 steals in the last 5 playoff games he's played. Had 3 in Game 3 against the Spurs. I felt like it was really tight. Like the nerves were crazy in Game 3 just because it was at Madison Square Garden. So many eyes on that game. And the line still remains at a half. So I like over half a steal. I think he can get at least 1 or 2. Like I said, saw the nerves in Game 3. Should create a bunch of opportunities for turnovers. So I'm on those 3, and that makes wherever that is. That makes the big parlay for tonight. 20 wins, 74, pretty good odds, and I like all 3 of those props. It really won't take much for those to hit. So that could, it could not hit. It could hit in the first half. So I'll have all eyes on the game later tonight for that play. And then the hit rates were a huge hit, and it did hit, went 3 for 3 in Game 3. So I'm going right back to it. If you missed the hit rates for the NBA game, they're right here. So much potential for a parlay here if you want to combo any of these plays together. Obviously, it's not going to be crazy juiced odds, but some of these have hit in 10 straight games. Wemby over 20 points, Fox assists over 5 in 10 straight. So I like to pair these together. That's what I did for the other NBA parlay, I did adjust these slightly, so I'm going to go through those real quick. I do have De'Aaron Fox in there over 4.5 assists. I think that cashes again easily. Harper over 5.5 rebounds, and then OG over 14.5 points. I did just write up a quick blurb about all three of these plays here, these legs. For Harper, over 5.5 rebounds. It's been 6 straight games now where he's been over 5.5. He's still coming off the bench for the Spurs, which is kind of crazy, but he's still hitting even with limited time. 30 minutes he played in game 3, hit the over. That's pretty much been consistent for all 3 of the games versus the Knicks. So I'm expecting similar to that tonight. For the De'Aaron Fox play, this is just like 10 straight games he's been over 4.5 assists. You can't really ask for much better than that. It's been a great run. I mean, he peaked in game 3 last on Monday at 8 assists. I think it continues tonight in game 4. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't. He should get plenty of playing time, have plenty of opportunity to go over the 4.5 assists. So I'm on that for tonight as well. And then OG Anunoby over 14.5 points. So he's shown up huge for the Knicks especially in the finals. He had 28 points in game 3. He's also been over 14.5 in 5 straight games. All 3 obviously against the Spurs as well. So all 3 of these props have hit in 5 straight games. Hopefully they all hit again tonight, and we can cash another one in the NBA. A little bit lower odds here. 20 only wins 51, but still more than double your money. Pretty good profit there for that play. And then I do have 2 straight bets that I like. So let's find those quickly here. 2 straight bets that I really like for tonight. Like I said, I'm on Knicks money line again. If we hop over here, so I'm only with around 46% of the people on this one. People love the spread, Knicks minus 2.5, but more people are on Spurs money line, probably just because you're getting plus money, and they did beat the Knicks the other night, so I guess there's a good reason for that, but I think overall Knicks better team, and they had some things go wrong in game 3. I jotted them down here. So only lost by 4 points in game 3. Bridges and Brunson were both in foul trouble. That definitely limited their time on the court. Karl Anthony Towns and Bridges also didn't shoot well at all. I believe they both really, really struggled. Bridges, I think, only had like 2 points. I can't see that happening again in game 4. So I think if they bounce back to game 1 and 2 numbers, they should be able to come through with a win. In game 4. And then one other kind of interesting play I found was Brunson and Wemby to combine for over 56.5 points, or 56 points, not 56.5, 56 plus points. It was minus 107, so even money. And this entire series has been geared towards the Stars. Brunson, Wemby, they've hit the over in 2 out of 3 finals games. They're star players. I think at least one of them should drop 30 points tonight. I don't see a reason why that can't happen. So I do like that play a lot. I think they should come through. They're going to take a shit ton of shots. So I like over 56 points for Brunson and Wemby. Let's see if that play. I'm interested to see if that play moved at all. Yeah, 56. Okay, so 56 plus point. It's actually plus 100 right now. So moved a little bit, plus 100 for that. I feel like that's a really good bet. One scores 30, one scores 26, and you got the over for that one. That's pretty much everything with Nick's Spurs tonight. Can't wait. Should be a ton of fun in Game 4, so I'm super excited for that. And then I'll switch over to some MLB plays for tonight. I do have a couple here. Let's get right into that. All right, so everyone loved the strikeout hit rates, so I brought them back. I'm doing that pretty much every day. Bunch of guys who've consistently hit their over Ks, or what I have listed here over the strikeouts. Didn't make a parlay today. Probably will entertain that tomorrow when there's no NBA. So look out for that little pitchers strikeout parlay. I did go with the money line plays though today. Before yesterday, I was 6 for my last 6. Yesterday was kind of roughed me up, but 3 teams I think should win straight up today. I got the Dodgers right out of the gate. Shohei's on the mound, pretty much been perfect. 0.74 ERA through 61 innings pitched. It's just incredible for Ohtani. Their offense also is incredible, 5.33 runs per game, which is awesome. Pretty sure it's like second or first in the league. So Dodgers money line, have that as a play for later tonight. And then I did combo that with the Braves for the parlay. So I went with the Dodgers and the Braves money line just to win straight up. Braves did kind of burn me last night, but Chris Sale on the bump today. I feel like it would be a mistake not to bet him tonight. He's super dominant. Braves will be without Acuna tonight. He is going on the IL, which is not a shocker, but 4th best in the league in runs, and he was out for a bunch of time, so that's kind of without him. They're 4th best in the league in runs, the Braves are. I feel like with Sale and their offense as it is without Acuna, should be able to get it done. And then lastly, at night, Cubs money line. They're in Colorado. I bet this last night too. Obviously lost, but I expect a big bounce back. They've lost 2 straight, but they're facing Michael Lorenzen, ERA north of 8 on the season, which is just horrible. So I think they should fare well against Lorenzen tonight, especially in the hitter-friendly ballpark. And then they do have Shota going, Shota Imanaga going, who's been pretty good this year. He's been serviceable. It's a good opportunity for the Cubs offense, and it's a good opportunity for Shota as well. So those are the 3 straights I like for tonight, at least in the MLB. And then, like I said, I did pair them up for the parlay for tonight. Dodgers, Braves, 20 wins, around 49, depending on where you're playing. And then home run bet, I'm going with Ian Happ. It's in Colorado. Cubs are in Colorado. He's hit really, really well off Lorenzen, actually. I believe he's got 2 homers. Yeah, 2 home runs, 300 batting average against Lorenzen. And he's had a little power surge in 2026. 14 home runs on the season, even before the All-Star break. It's a pretty good year for Ian Happ. And plus 304, not too bad as far as odds go. So that's who I'm hammering tonight for the home run bet. Ian Happ plus 304. You can find that over on Twitter as well, like I post every day. So that's pretty much it for the MLB. I'm going to switch over. The World Cup starts tomorrow. Super exciting, super fun to watch. I'm super excited to watch Team USA on Friday. So I did find a couple futures props that looked enticing. I'm not the biggest soccer watcher, but it's the World Cup. I got to have some plays. I did spend a decent bit of time trying to find the best plays here. first two are combos. So I have Ronaldo and Messi to score 7+ goals combined. It's plus 120. I feel like that's pretty good odds for that. In 2022, in that World Cup, Messi scored 7 goals himself. Ronaldo did score a goal for Portugal. I feel like he can definitely improve on that. He's 41 though, slightly old, but he's got 28 goals in league play this year. So I think he can get over maybe 2 or 3, and then combo that with Messi. I think 7 is a good number for them to get over. And then same kind of thing here with Mbappe and Harry Kane. It's to score 9 or more goals. That's plus 130, so a little more odds, but you are going up to 9 goals. So that's tough to get over, but Mbappe did win the Golden Boot in 2022. He scored 8 goals, so he had a phenomenal 2022. I believe he had a hat trick in the finals, so he played excellent. Kane did kind of underwhelm. He scored only 2 goals for Team England. I think that can rebound a little bit. He could definitely score 3 or 4 goals, so I think that's how they get there. Mbappe still himself, so I think 9 is doable for the both of them, and you get pretty good odds for that as well. And then, yeah, so 2 bets to reach the quarterfinals, and then I do have Team USA as well in here. So I'll start with France up here. I have France to reach the quarterfinals, minus 135, but I feel like it's pretty much a lock for the World Cup. They're seen as one of the best teams in the World Cup. They've got depth at pretty much every position. I don't think they'll have a problem getting to the round of 16. Then they'll probably face some good competition in order to get to the quarterfinals. But France to reach the quarterfinals, solid bet. I would take that any day of the week. And then moving on, I have the United States to win just Group D. It's plus 140. They definitely could not win, but they've got a pretty young core. They also have home field advantage in the World Cup, so that doesn't hurt. But yeah, bunch of great players. Pulisic, McKennie. They could make a legit run. I don't know a legit run at the finals, probably not, but to get out of their group, win their group, I think they could do that. And then lastly down here, another team to reach the quarterfinals, Argentina. They're the defending champs, only minus 115 to reach the quarterfinals. I felt like it was just a great value play. They're definitely aging. Their core is aging. They've got Messi, though, super great leadership and experience. So I think they could make a deep run in the tournament, just like France. I feel like both France and Argentina could make deep runs in the 26 World Cup. So those are all the five plays I like for the World Cup. I am going to do some straight bets as well. Be on the lookout for those over on Twitter. They'll be flying out probably in the mornings just because the games are so early. So I'll either post them the night before or the day of, the morning of the matches. But just because the NBA is going to die down, and obviously we'll still hammer baseball, but everything's slowing up, so might as well dive in and bet on some World Cup games while we can. And that's pretty much going to do it. Just for the games on Thursday and Friday, I'm leaning the home teams here. Like I could see a Mexico and USA parlay would be kind of fun. Both favorites, slight favorites, but paired up, they're probably pretty good odds to win. So be on the lookout for that over on Twitter. That'll be up at some point in the near future. But for now, I will catch you all later. Hopefully, I'll help you for tonight, and hopefully I'll hit. I will be back on Friday. We'll be doing World Cup, MLB plays, and much more. So I will see you then.